spending all your time and energy on like your job that pays your bills, to then, hi YouTube, hello, the last one something went wrong, I apologize, it took me like 30 minutes to notice. Hi guys. Anyway, so yeah, so it's very difficult because you have to have a full-time job as you're also trying to write, and it's very tiring, and you're an adult, so you might be mentally, physically, emotionally tired, and then you have to, cook and whatever it is that you need to do, run errands. But I do think that it's possible. You just have to like be very disciplined and be very cognizant of how you work. So if that's like every day you have 20-minute sprints, or if you schedule yourself once or a couple times a week for like several hours and just really sit down for a couple hours, and if that's how you work best. So I think that that is a difficult part of being like really understanding how you work and how you would be the most productive. But then you just have to do it. But it is difficult, but I feel like we can do it. Your book interviews on YouTube, yes. Oh, do you watch them? I hope you do. It's like my pride and joy. It's not my pride and joy. My pride and joy. I have a lot of pride and joys, but it is something that I've been wanting to do for years. I first got the idea to interview authors in middle school. It was not for YouTube or podcast because I didn't know what any of that was back then. But in general, that's what I wanted to do. And so, yeah, so I do that. Hello? Over here, hi. That is what I've been wanting to do for ages, and I finally do it. It's called The Nerd Tea, and I interview authors on YouTube, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It's up everywhere, and I have last week or the week before, last week I believe, I interviewed my 10th author, or I released the interview of my 10th author. And so that was very, very exciting. I can't believe it. Next month, it will actually be 1 year from the time that I released the show. And it's very exciting. I'm trying to think of like what to do. I was thinking of maybe doing like a get to know me video on YouTube, and then maybe, I don't know, I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with that, but I'm very excited that I can't believe it's been a whole year since I started this, and I can't believe that I have gotten 10 people to talk to me, or 10 authors to talk to me, all in various like different parts of their career. I've talked to indie authors, I've talked to hybrid authors, I've talked to debut authors, I've talked to well-established authors. I've talked to authors that have had varying levels of mass popularity. I'm very happy with and I'm very happy with the kind of questions that I've asked. I've gotten great feedback from those authors, and they seem to really like the questions I asked them. So I am very proud of that. So if you guys do watch the Nerd Tea, that would be great. What do you guys feel about merch? Throwing it out there. Mm-mm-mm. Hello, how are you doing, Vern? Yes, yep. That is what one does on a live. You yap. What? But yeah. And I also, if you guys ever wanted to geek out about any of the things that I'm doing, whether it's my interviews or my skits or anything like that, I have a Discord. All the links are in my bio everywhere, so you guys should be able to find it. But I have a Discord, and it's not the most popping Discord, but I'm trying. Oh, thank you, Sandy. I appreciate it. Keep up the hard work, Seth. You and your loved ones should be very. Oh, thank you. That means a lot. Thank you so much for the gift. Wow, I'm shooketh. I don't know what to do with that. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. And I'm glad you're back, because I know that I lost connection with my last one, and then everyone left, and I was trying to figure out what had happened, and then finally, thank you so much for letting me know that something was going on with the YouTube one. Oh, I love your glasses. Thank you. I love glasses. I have like a collection of glasses. And I'm trying to. I was first focusing on just doing. Oh, hello! It gave me a puzzle to what YouTube or TikTok is weird. The fudge. Anyway, I was first focusing on having glasses that were like pretty standard, not crazy, but that I could mismatch with my outfits. But now I think that I'm gonna start collecting glasses that are just weird as hell. Because why not? Shoot, I gotta go and do my gaming podcast. Oh, well, oh, that's awesome. Do you have a podcast? Have fun in your podcast. I hope it does amazing. And thank you so much for the gift and hanging out. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Doing fun. I see you're doing well. I am. I am. Thank you for thank you for noticing. How weird, like pop or radical designs. Well, like okay, for example, before Wicked came out and there were trailers about it, I had seen the design of Alphaba's glasses, and I had thought I want glasses like that, and now people are gonna think that I'm only getting it because of Wicked, but I promise you, I liked the design of those glasses before I saw Wicked. But yeah, like that, like those, like just like weird shaped glasses, weird colors and stuff like that. They're like places that do them for kind of cheap. So that's kind of what I was thinking. I am. There's like something. Hold on. No. But yeah, I like matching glasses to my outfits. Sometimes I wear contacts, but sometimes I wear glasses, and I feel like glasses are like an accessory, like just like I would match my rings or my headband or whatever. I want to be able to match my glasses. Very beautiful bookshelf. Thank you. I appreciate it. I still have to do a video of like a book tour. And then I was thinking, and I don't know if you guys would like this, but I was thinking of doing a video of how I organize my bookshelf and how I decorate it to give advice. So I don't know if that's like something that people would like to hear from me. Ever several of the books from authors you've interviewed. Oh my god, thank you, Dee. I have a hard time picking books, so I've learned to just pick them from your interviews. Oh my god, they're all so good. Hold on, I'm having a moment. That means so much to me. First that you watch, but that also that like that you like it enough that you will give these books and these authors a chance. You have no idea what that means to me. Thank you so much for telling me. I appreciate that very much. Sometimes I feel like I am putting these interviews out there and it's like I'm screaming into the void, like, listen to this author, I promise they're so good. And I feel like I'm screaming into like the void and nobody's listening. So thank you so much for saying that not only do you watch and but you actually like yeah, then give these authors a chance, especially the ones that are like smaller authors. I feel like they deserve the hype. So thank you very much, and I have some good ones lined up also, so I yeah, you get excited. Thank you. Yay, that made my day. That made my day. Hold on, I'm gonna screenshot that. Do you mind if I'm gonna screenshot that comment? Give me a second. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Oh wait, I accidentally cut it off. Hold on, let me do it again. Okay. Yay. That was exciting. They're great every time I see any interview. I guess. Yay! Have you seen the last one I posted with Maria A. Eden? She's an indie author and she just released the second one in like a series. And it's very good. I just posted it last week, I believe. So yeah, that one's. Have you seen that one yet? You should see it. She's a good one. Hello. Kaleo, hello. Mm-mm-mm. Um, hello. Hi there, Lewis. Hello. Do you have an Italian background? Yes, actually, my dad and that side of the family, they are from Sicily. Hello, Benedict. Hello, haven't caught you on forever. I used to binge your videos. I may have to again. Oh, yes, please binge my videos. How are you doing? I know I haven't been live in a very long time, and YouTube hasn't quite, or TikTok hasn't quite been pushing my videos very much. Um, but thank you. I'm glad that I got to your FYP. Hello, thank you for joining. I appreciate that you're here. You seem super fun and well spoken. I'll follow and see what books you recommend. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't do a lot of short videos of recommending books. I mostly do skits, but I do interview authors and I do have a book club, and I post mostly about it on Instagram on my book club. Um but I sometimes also post about it on TikTok. And then as far as my show, which is where I interview authors, that's on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple, the full versions. But I always do short clips of each interview that I do, several short clips, and I post it on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and Instagram and all that stuff. So yeah. And I also have a Discord, guys, where you guys can suggest, like, just chat with me. And I have sections. Nobody ever really uses it, but I have sections where you guys can suggest and like which author maybe you think I should reach out to or whatever and stuff. So please go to my Discord. All the links are in my bio if you want to join discussions, or if you want to join discussions on my book club. It hasn't happened yet because most people don't follow along with my book club, but that's okay. I'll keep persevering until it happens. um Hi, I wanted to ask some advice on book. Sure, yes, please. I would love to give you some advice. I remember your question, and then my YouTube live went all weird, and then I don't know what happened. Um, uh, Sorry, I just read something and then I forgot. The golden snitch. Yes, there is a golden snitch on my. Where is it? Hold on, because there are several. I have one for people on YouTube. I have one here, a little one, and then I have a big one, but I don't know if you are seeing it. Are you seeing it? Oh, over there. Yes. That big one. Can you guys see it on TikTok? Hold on, let me. Right here is where that is. Oh, right there. That's actually not only just a golden stitch. It's also a candle. Uh, it's from this company called Charmed Aroma, and I'm not sponsored by them, but my God, should I be? Because I cannot even begin to express uh convey how many of my decorations on my bookshelf are actually candles from Charmed Aroma, because they have the coolest decorations, and then inside each candle there's like jewelry, and it's really really cool. So yes, okay, so I read here, let me read here, and then I'll come back here. um Hello Jimmy, thank you so much. Have you been I hope wonderful. Yes, I've been very wonderfully busy. Yes, thank you for asking. Not happy with TikTok, as you said, your videos are not coming up. Thank you. Yeah, it I don't know what's happened. It changed so drastically that sometimes I have issues trying to get even 1,000 views, which is crazy considering I have the amount of followers that I have. But it is what it is. I don't know what's happening. Um, are you familiar towards a series called? Oh no, I am not familiar. My Hebrew is a little rusty. I'm not sure, so I'm not sure what book. I'm not sure what book or series that you're talking about. If you can describe it, maybe I can help you a little bit better. Cool. Yes, I know. Isn't it so cool? I love the candles. I absolutely love it. Yeah, if you can describe it, I can help you a little bit more. Um, any Twilight section? Actually, yes, it is. You cannot see it. Hold on, let me move. So on my YouTube, Twilight is right here. On my TikTok, let me shift you guys over. Right here. Thank you so much for the rose. I cannot wiggle my ears. What? No, I cannot. Um, I think the English is called Strawberry Shortcake, but I saw a Hebrew version of it when I was younger. I don't think I ever saw I know what Strawberry Shortcake is, or I think I know what Strawberry Shortcake is, but I don't think I've ever read or seen any, like, I've never read any books for it or seen any series. As far as like a similar plot to things, like, one thing you have to remember in general is that there's only so many types of stories that a person can tell. So there's always going to be times when you read something or watch something and they're going to remind you of something else, or they're going to have similar elements to something else. Um and the way that it's the way I think, like, as long as you do as the much as you can to be as original to what you had in your head, um it's okay to have things that will be similar to other things, because that's just the nature of, like, I've heard some people complain, like, "Oh, why do Fae stories always have courts, like elemental courts?" And it's like, well, because that's kind of the lore of Fae in general. It's okay. You're not copying anyone because your book has fays and they have, like, courts, right? Like that, you're not copying someone because you have vampires and they suck blood. You're not copying someone because um you have a wizarding school and a bad guy. You are copying someone, like, for example, you are copying someone if it's a boy that was an orphan and he wears round glasses and he has like a scar in his forehead, and like he has a redheaded best friend. Like, that's, you're fully copying. You're not copying if you have a wizarding school. Like, that's because you see what I mean. So I don't know what your story is about, and I don't know what the Strawberry Shortcake story is about either, but there is such things as, like, inspirations. It's okay if you have a shadow daddy. You're not copying anything, as long as this is your own story. There's certain things, especially with specific genres, that, like, they're come up a lot in that same genre. It's okay as long as you still try to do your story. I don't think I explained myself very well, but hopefully you guys understood what I was trying to say. But yeah, every time I hear Hebrew, I think Hebrews and I crave coffee. That's really funny. That's actually really funny. Okay, yes, you did. Makes perfect sense. Okay, good. Okay, I'm glad that I kind of gave an explanation. I know it's difficult sometimes when we have a story and you think, oh, but like people are gonna blah blah. It's okay. Like I said, there's only so many stories that people can tell in the world, and, like, I mean, there's just so many stories that remind you of another, but as long as you're not fully copying somebody's story, there might be elements that will be the same, and that's okay. Just don't copy the main. Don't have a boy with a lightning scar who is an orphan trying to defeat this big baddie who killed his parents. But yes, you're allowed to have magic, like a magic school or institution, or, university or whatever the fuck. Like, um yes, you can have dragons, but maybe don't have the mother of dragons that has silver hair, and dragons are extinct, and then she is gifted three dragons, and then they suddenly have, like, do are we kind of, that's kind of the vibe. Um, Thanks for the advice. The show itself described land made of candy. I thought it was an interesting concept to it, and that's awesome stories about you read them, get immersed by the place, and it feels like you're in a different world. Strawberry Shortcake was more of a TV show, but I think so Ty's good book ideas come from Sawdust, and Strawberry Shortcake is a children's series. Yeah, and you could have a world that is made, like, there's many stories that could be like a land made of something. I mean, if you think about it, Willy Wonka's a land made of candy and chocolate. Like, but I feel like you wouldn't confuse Willy Wonka with Strawberry Shortcake or whatever. There's, just because there's like a world of made of food doesn't mean that it's the same story. That's okay. Hope it helps. And go forth and write. See what happens when you see what happens with your idea, you know? Okay, I don't know what's happening. Ah, I just did something weird. Okay. Would you have to ask permissions if you have a story in the world of another writer, like the Harry Potter ones? Yes, that is copyright. So this is where it gets kind of into the weird territory of fan fiction. Let me kind of very, very briefly and as simply as I can explain. Okay. So if you guys don't know what fan fiction is that. It is you writing the story using somebody else's characters or somebody else's world, right? So if you wanted to write Harry Potter, I used to write Harry Potter fan fiction when I was younger, for example. Why is that okay? And plagiarism is not okay. The main thing is because I was making zero money from it. No money. My stories lived in a space, in a website that was for fan fiction. Everyone who was there knew that I did not come up with these characters. Sometimes I might have added one character that was oddly similar to myself into the story, but it was not my story. It was not my they were not my characters, they were not my world. I didn't do anything of it. I just basically put certain characters in this world and created a story based off of it. When people write fan fiction, that's what they do. That is why you can't buy fan fiction. If somebody's trying to sell you fan fiction, that is not okay. You can maybe, if you love it, download it and bind it yourself if you really want to, but you cannot buy or sell fan fiction. That is when you are infringing on the author's idea and copyright. That is copyright. Like that is not okay. You know what I'm saying? You are stealing from the author. That basically. So if you wanted to write a story in the Harry Potter world, you could write it in a fan fiction site, but no, you couldn't make any money off of it. So what happens when certain fan fictions become really, really popular and then they get picked up by traditional publishing, they have to change any and all details that would make it so that you're stealing somebody else's world. An example of this, Twilight, right? So 50 Shades of Grey, I don't know if you guys know this, but 50 Shades of Grey was originally a fan fiction for Twilight. And James wrote the fan fiction, and it was obviously like a sexy take to Twilight. How did there that she made her story become so she wasn't infringing in any copyright laws or anything like that? She took out anything that could make people think of Twilight. Mind you, if you read both, you might recognize some things like the main character in both. They're like orphans and they have money and they have similar ways that they look, right? The main character, like the Bella and Anastasia are both kind of awkward and like very introverted and whatever. So like sure, but for the most part, there's no nothing else really matches. There are no vampires in 50 Shades of Grey. There is no BDSM in Twilight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that is kind of how she made it so that it was its own thing, and that's how she got away from that. So if you were to write a story, a fan fiction, and got so popular, you would just have to remove anything that is that is taking world building or characters from the author. And hopefully I explained that well. It's a little, I don't know if I explained that well, but yeah. Thanks a lot. Ideas I write are based off 2000s nostalgia. That's I love that. Yeah, nostalgia is fantastic. So yeah, as long as you're not like stealing, if you're inspired by, that's all right. You just don't steal. Yeah, it's okay. Have you read Dune? I've only read like one. Wait, hold on. Like one or two of them. that one also falls into a category of series that I never actually finished. Um, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't remember much, and I never finished it, but I think they're pretty good. What's your favorite book? I do not have a favorite book because I am fickle, and um, uh, I have tons of favorite books. But my most nostalgic book is always the Harry Potter books because it's the reason that I started to read and write, and it probably shaped my personality way too much. So that is like the book that I have that holds the most, to my heart, because of that. Um, since I was a kid, I dreamed of a world where me is plants before any plants would be amazing. That's so funny. Thanks, makes sense. I'm glad. I'm glad that my explanation made sense. I love your life after the blip. Oh, series, thank you. I love it too. Um, this last one has been in my head for quite a while, so I'm so glad that I've been able to post it. If you guys don't know, I do a series called like Normal Life After the MCU Blip. Essentially, if you guys haven't heard of what that is or don't watch Marvel movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, um, this bad guy basically made it so that half of the universe disappeared. And like he snapped his fingers and half of the universe disappeared. And it was random. There was no rhyme or reason as to whom got disappeared and who didn't. People just disappeared. And in another Marvel movie, 5 years have passed since this, and the Avengers managed to bring all those people back. And I've always been fascinated with. I got the idea after watching Falcon and the Bucky series or whatever. There's this one scene where the Falcon, who is one of the superheroes who helps save the Earth or whatever, is trying to help his sister take out like a loan or something like that. I don't remember the details, but tries to take out a loan, and he has issues trying to do it because he doesn't have a credit or whatever because he's been gone for 5 years. And I was struck by that scene because I thought, wait a minute, if this superhero literally helped save the world is having issues with the bank, what does that say about the rest of the people who who are not like important, right? Like, what does that say about them and their struggle of like going through this? And so I started doing a series of normal people and with normal relationships and normal day-to-day issues, and some people are having a hard time because they got blipped, other people are having a time because they didn't get blipped. And so I liked exploring that, so I just did another part of the series. This one has been really is longer than my other ones, mostly because now I can post longer videos on YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels and then TikTok. And so I when I first started doing the series, I couldn't post very long videos, so I couldn't like really get into it. So I posted it's going to be 3 parts. I've already posted 2. And then the third part is going to come out on Monday. It's already edited. And then on Wednesday, I will actually release the whole part, the whole thing. It's like 8 minutes, and I will release that on YouTube as like a long form video. And yeah, so it's one of my favorite series that I get to write. It's very hard to do it, but I really like it. Leaving us on a cliffhanger is crazy. I know, I'm sorry. It's not meant to be a cliffhanger per se. I just needed to kind of like I like wrote it and recorded it, and then I was like, how do I separate this into 3? So I am sorry about that. But not too sorry. You have my attention. I love the blip possibilities. Yay! Okay, I'm glad. Yeah, I've posted several videos on it already. And then this last part just happens to have 3 parts to it. Usually they're standalone, but like I said, before I wasn't able to post such long videos, so I tried to just contain it into one. But this time I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna write however long it takes, and it was like, oh, it's 8 minutes long. Okay, cool. So then I was like, yeah, I probably need to separate it into different parts to post it as shorts as well. But I love the series. I have several ideas for it. It just takes me a minute because it's quite a bit to write and record and edit in the style that I like. It takes a long time. So I don't do it as much, but I love the series. Um wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Ah, oh, my friend loves a game called Undertale, and she wants to write a story, and when it referenced the events of Undertale at some point, and once or twice it was relevant to the message and such. Yeah, I think like she could reference an event that is similar that she creates though. Like she would have to come up with it because referencing, like if she's trying to sell a story, write a story that references another event that is fictional, that is kind of insinuating that it's in the same world, and so it's kind of fan fiction. If that makes sense. New to your lives, love your shorts. Thank you. I don't go live often, unfortunately, but I appreciate that you watch my videos. Team Edward or Jacob? I was always Team Jacob, so sorry. I've never seen you live before. Hi, it's because I'm really negligent in going live, and I'm so sorry. But thank you and welcome. Thank you for being here. Hold on, let me read one more thing here, and then I'll go back to TikTok. Blip, people should have just had their previous credit counts until they can create a new credit. Like that was, yeah, it was. The thing was that all these people were thought dead though. That was why. That was why. Like they didn't realize that they could come back. Like even the Avengers didn't realize that it was possible to bring them back. They were just presumed gone forever, and that was that, and they were just never going to come back. Like it, nobody was expecting them to come back. So that is why I've been wanting to write another one where like the person was I won't say it actually, but like there's a lot of ideas with it. But yes, that's why it was such a mess because nobody expected them to come back. They were it, they were basically pronounced dead. And so what happens when you're pronounced dead? Like those things don't exist for you anymore. Um, I love the Blip series, 2 parts so far. It's a well crafted and shows a love for ordinary people's problems. Thank you. It's one of my favorite things to do. I when I write books and stuff like that, it's always very fantasy, and I love the fantasy aspect of it. But whenever I come up with ideas for like short films or long films or something, I that's kind of my style. I love getting into people's emotions and people's heads and motivations and stuff like that. And I love the slower stories that deal with people's just regular life. I don't know why, but I am obsessed with it. And so, and like my favorite shows always have to deal with that. Like are very introspective shows and stuff, or my favorite movies are always very introspective. And yeah, and I love feeling like I can explore it with the MCU because it's always such a weird event, and people know about it because they're Marvel fans. So yeah. Um Wait, hold on. I lost my place. Give me 1 second. Okay. It sounds, yeah, fan fiction in the MCU universe is 100% fan fiction. Yeah. What's your favorite social media to work with? It just depends on what I'm using it for. Um, YouTube allows me to do my long video ideas that I have otherwise not been able to post. And it also, I feel, is more receptive to videos that I make where I'm just talking and not necessarily doing a skit. Um, TikTok, I think it's great for trying to find like a new audience that gets engaged and stuff like that. Like I love it for that. Instagram allows me to share random parts of my life, like you know, like a trip that I took, or like like that kind of stuff, or like pictures that I have taken. I bet like I love sharing pictures that I've taken, and Instagram is probably the only place I can feel like I do that. So they each have their thing that I enjoy. Um, I can't believe Marvel didn't do it as a little mini series. I know. I always like. I'm not gonna lie. Every once in a while, when I would like daydream of like, wouldn't it be crazy if it was me thinking like, wouldn't it be crazy if like Disney or Marvel or whatever reached out to me to write a little mini series, like a limited time mini series. Like they would only have, I don't know, 10 episodes, whatever. But each episode would deal with a different person and how they're dealing with the blip, and it'd be normal people, have nothing to do with superheroes at all, just normal people who live in that universe. And I was always like, what if they like reached out to me? They never did. Spoiler alert. And so, but yeah, so this is my way of doing that because Disney won't hire me for it. They don't even know I exist. So, um, um, uh, well, she could ask permission, but she could just create another thing, another event that is like similar. She could create her own event, is what I'm saying. If she's gonna write her own story, she just needs to create like her own world building. That's kind of, um, yeah, like she would just have to create her own world building and her own history of events that happened. And that when you're writing stories, especially if you write stories in other worlds, whether it's like sci-fi or fantasy or whatever it is, one of the things that you first do when you're planning is one of the things, obviously you do several things, but one of the things that you do in your planning stage is you have to know the history of your place. um, you can't really, it's really difficult to start writing a fantasy or a sci-fi unless the sci-fi is like kind of more into the current world. But like it's very difficult to write those genre without knowing what the history is, and you need to come up with that. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to just take somebody else's, like I can't write a story and then take the blip. That like I can't do that. That is not mine. I don't own it. I can create another story where people were presumed dead, or maybe people were sent to like, I don't know, maybe they were sent to another parallel universe or like whatever, and I can create my own thing that would give me the same effect of people were there, then they were gone, and then they came back. But I literally couldn't take the snap because that is not, I don't own that idea. That is not my idea. That is, does that make sense? There's some ideas that like nobody really owns. Like nobody owns vampires. Everyone owns vampires. Everyone can write a story about people that have fangs and suck the blood out of other people or whatever. But I can't like but like I can't own. I don't know. Am I making any sort of sense? I hope I'm making sense. But if she takes somebody else's thing, unless it's like an actual historical thing that happened in our world, if she takes somebody else's event, that is fan fiction, essentially. That you're now doing fan fiction. Yeah. Yes. um yes, I agree that there should have been things to accommodate them when they came back. And I think that that's a problem, that there wasn't. They weren't prepared for it. And so some people were left behind. And I love exploring that because it's wild. It's wild that you did nothing. You were living your life. And for you, it's been 5 seconds later. And then now people are telling you it's 5 years later, you've lost your home, you've lost your credit, you've lost your whatever. Like your whole family's in shambles. You are now divorced. You're not like, what? And I think it's crazy, and that's why I kind of came up with the idea, because it was like, who, like, imagine the many weird things that people who are just slipping through the cracks, like by no fault of their own. Let me see what's happening here. Werewolf lover, yes, I always was team Jacob. Edward was a little too toxic for me, Mr. I watch her sleep. I think TikTok reads minds. I was actually thinking about creators I followed from the pandemic. Oh, is it me? Dang, that's crazy. I started doing content creating in the pandemic. Then you show up a day later. Coincidence? I think not. Hot take, but I like how some people got embarrassing blip stories instead of tragic ones. Yes, I have thought about doing like a more lighthearted one where I'm like, that was just kind of embarrassing. I've also thought about exploring people who benefited from it. I have a lot of ideas, so stay tuned. We can all dream a bit, absolutely. If you have to choose which Marvel superhero's powers you would like to have, the Scarlet Witch 100%. Any it's funny because my favorite Marvel ones have always been like the Scarlet Witch, or that, or and then go over to DC. My favorite superhero, actually my favorite superhero ever, I have a figurine of her somewhere, is Raven, from Teen Titans. That, like, if I could play any superhero, if I could be cast as any superhero, it would be Raven. Like, if they ever want to do like a Grady age up of the Teen Titans, I would pay to be Raven. Like, she's my favorite. I always thought that I could write a film or like a show from Raven's POV, kind of like aged up a little bit, and yeah, and I always wanted to do that. So yeah, that's my favorite. Yes, vampires, werewolves are public domain. The snap is a Marvel owned idea. Exactly. Thank you for simplifying what I was trying to say. I appreciate you. Yes, exactly. Nobody can own like leprechauns and vampires, and nobody can own magic that exists, but people can own how, like, their own thing and like their own stories. You're so pretty. Thank you. Appreciate it. I like the blip because 5 years can change people depending on how things start out. Yes, 5 years is a very long time if you think about it. Like, a lot of things can happen to people in 5 years, especially when you're dealing with grief, because all of these people were dealing with grief. And then if they were the people who got blipped and then they came back, imagine people like being around you and the world has moved on for 5 years. Like, how weird is that? To then be like, you can't just, for you, no time has passed. And so you want to just move on like nothing has happened, but that is not the reality. Things have happened. People have moved on. Like, yeah, I think it's such an interesting concept, and I wish that Disney would contact me to do a limited series for them. I would be cheap. You don't even have to pay me that much. They would have to pay me. They'd have to pay me way more than I make, because I know they have the money, but for their standards, it wouldn't be that much. But yeah, have you ever read Dangerous Assassin series by Elizabeth Wheatley? I have not. She's an indie author. It's 5th book series. Gosh, I love that. Currently in book 2. Good for her. I have not. Yes, I believe it would be considered fan fiction if you reference, like, if I were to write a story and I reference the snap, then I believe that would suddenly make my story kind of fan fiction, because I'm placing it in the same world as the Avengers, which means that it's fan fiction, even if none of my characters have anything to do with the Avengers. I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how it works. I haven't read Twilight, wasn't my cup of tea. From what I've seen, were there any redeemable characters? There were some redeemable characters. I think Jacob was redeemable because this kid was a teenager. And so, like, if he was a little weird or angsty or whatever, he was a teenager. Like, it's okay. Edward, on the other hand, was creepy and toxic and controlling, and he was not a teenager. And so, yeah, personally, opinion. Wait, sorry. Hold on. A story where a scientist creates a clone to take over the world and the clone tries to stop him. I mean, that's a good idea. Because then you get into the whole, like, thing of, like, are the clones, like, who, yeah, you can, I got the hiccups. You can explore that idea a lot. That's a cool one. I don't read Silver Surfer. I love his, wait, hold on. I love his flight and Iceman's ice slide. What? Hold on. It's like oddly, like, it's hard to read for me. If I'm gonna put it against my phone's gonna die soon. Okay. I love his flight and Iceman's ice slide. I imagine this all the time. Gotcha. Oh yes, like which superheroes? Maybe that should be my question of the day in my Discord. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna steal that question. Which superhero would you be? Like, which superhero's powers would you have? I just like the idea of like Raven or Scarlet Witch because I feel like having just magic in general is kind of cool. Alice was my favorite character. Alice was really cool, but Alice, I actually thought she was kind of a shitty friend, personally. Didn't think that when I first read it as a teenager, but definitely thinking back on it, like she never actually listened to what Bella wanted. She treated Bella like a doll. She treated her friend Jacob like shit because he was a werewolf. And I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, wasn't a fan. Ignored her when she said that she didn't want to dress up for prom. Ignored her when she said she didn't want this. Ignored, like, I don't know. It was just kind of like Bella was a prop. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate that. Um, I do have a Discord. The link is in my bio for everywhere that you guys are, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. The link is, I have a link tree, and you click on the link tree, and then there should be a bunch of links in the link tree. One of them should be for my Discord. Please let me know if it works. And yes, I have a Discord, and you can join it, and I have different sections in my Discord. I don't know how to use Discord very much, so I'm not gonna lie, it is not a popping Discord yet because I have no idea what to do with it yet. But I have different sections where you can discuss like general things about just general things. You can discuss my skits and the videos that I make. You can discuss the nerd tea. And then there a general bookish section as well that includes my book club. So yeah, and I have a Discord. Like I said, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but I have it, and hopefully one day I can do like live there where we talk about my book club and stuff, and then we can all discuss it and stuff. But we're not there yet. I'm enjoying Dangerous Assassin a lot. I'd recommend it because it's what I'm currently reading. I want to talk about it, but because she's an indie author, I haven't found anyone who's read it yet. That makes sense. I know sometimes, ooh, that's a really cool gift. Thank you so much. That was cool. The coconut tree. Yes, I totally get that. If I can self plug for a second, if you could go to my Discord, I do have a section where I tell people. I have a section where it's like recommend what you're reading, and then or like say what you're reading, and then give recommendations for books. I would love if you would go in there and say that book so that I can go back and people like and find it later, or like people can check them out. Mm-mm-mm. I'm getting really thirsty. Hold on. Mm. And now people are talking books over there. I love that. I'm just like watching like my little children that have like learned to fly or something. That's not the same. Little birdies that have gone to fly. You know what I'm saying? Um, but please go on. Keep chatting. That's so cute. Um, but yeah. Also, my phone is going to die soon-ish. I could plug it in. I could plug it in. I could. But the way that it's propped up right now, I don't have a way to plug it in. So I probably have like 20, 30 minutes left. I just want you guys to know. But I think that's long enough. I've been on here for like almost 2 hours. That's a lie. I've been here for over an hour, I think. Haven't I? I feel like I have. I feel like I've been here for at least an hour longer. Because YouTube says that I've been here for 49 seconds. And remember that I had two YouTube things because I started it and then like 30 minutes passed before I realized that it wasn't working and I restarted it. So you should be an actress. I am trying to be. I would love I if it could be up to me, I would be an actress and a writer. Both as an author and as a screenwriter as well. Um I love storytelling so much that I want to be involved in storytelling in different aspects, and one of them is acting for sure. Um I have an agent audition. I actually was recently, and I can say this now, a couple months ago, I did a T-Mobile commercial. And I have not been able to see it. I don't know where it is. Somebody said that they saw me. I haven't been able to see it. So if you guys see it, please show like take a picture or something and tag me on Instagram. I don't know. I have not been able to see it. I don't know where it is. So I don't even know what it looks like. I don't know where to find it, but it's there. It's around somewhere. Have you heard of Matt Wolf? He is writing a 12 fantasy series. I have not. I have not. Wow, that is wild. I have not actually. Um, I can only go back to 48 minutes on the live, but if there was a second live and the preview one was 30, that's like, oh, that's right. Okay, so I have been on like an hour and a half. That's what I thought. That's wild. No wonder I'm like, my voice is like. You'd be great in action movies as an action star fighting villains. I would love that. I would love to be in action movies, fantasy movies, anything that is like a Fleabag or like a whodunits, like White Lotus or Knives Out are my favorite, or like weird things like a Black Mirror. And then I also love like some of the comedies like Abbott Elementary, or I love Abbott. So things like that are like what I would love to be in. Some sci-fi, some the latest one that I saw was like something like Companionship or something Companion. Love that. Or something weird like Jennifer's Body. There's a lot. I saw you in the commercial. You did? I thought that was you in it. I forgot to ask you about it. You saw it? How was it? How did it look? Was it okay? I was bloated that day, and I felt very self-conscious about it because I was very, very bloated. And when I get bloated, I look like I'm 5 months pregnant. So I need to know, how did I look? Next time somebody take a picture and tag me, please. Stephanie, do you read sci-fi at all? Because Darren Edalla is amazing and is sustaining a living entirely from Patreon subscription. All their stories are free to find online. Wait, I read some sci-fi. I haven't heard of this. What do you mean, like they're indie and like they sell their stuff in Patreon? Is that kind of what you're? What do you say? Ow, my neck! Did you guys hear that? It just cracked. Anyway, describe this to me further, please. What is the Discord link? It is in the bio. It is in my bio. I wonder if I could drop it. I can't drop it on my phone because I'm on my phone, but I wonder if I could drop it on the... Hold on. Let me see if I can drop it on my YouTube. I always forget how I find the link. Like, how does one even invite people? No. That's not it. Maybe here. That's not it either. Hold on. Oh, somebody joined recently. Hello. Hold on. Maybe if I... How do I do this? Pause, guys. I will figure this out. Let me see. Okay, that is how you do it. Okay, I'm gonna drop it in the YouTube chat so that you can see it. Yay! Okay, sorry. That's my Discord. It's also in my bio. You guys can click on it. You're definitely prime time. I'm shocked you haven't been called up. Thank you. That means a lot. Hopefully one day I'll make it as an actor. I did hear that Legend of Zelda is getting a live action. I would love Hunter Schafer to be Zelda because she looks just like her. Camila Cabello, me? If I remember correctly, I was watching Tracker on Paramount. Okay, that's interesting. Somebody told me that they were watching Love is Blind? Love Island? Love Actually? I don't actually... Love something. Love is Blind? I don't know. Something Love. I don't know what the show is. But Love. Oh wait, I liked my own live. That's really funny that I liked my own TikTok live. I mean, you know what? Mood. um, they publish the stories chapter by chapter on Patreon. Subscribers get to be perpetually a couple of chapters ahead. They're published a number of books to pub. Whoa, that is smart. Maybe I should try something like Patreon, but I don't even know what I would do with Patreon. Maybe I would do some. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. Ask the person that saw your commercial what platform you were seeing. I think she was watching TV, uh, or wherever you watch Love. Um, hold on. Let me check. She said that she was watching Love. Give me a moment. Love Island during commercial. So I think she was just watching TV. She was watching Love Island, and apparently that's where she saw the Team Over commercial. Sorry, guys. I just dropped my phone. Sorry. Yes, Love Island is what I was thinking about. Thank you. Yeah, so she saw it while watching Love Island. I was the bombshell. Right? That's the show. A new bombshell has joined the villa, right? Am I thinking of the right way? No, or am I embarrassing myself? Here's one example I thought was maybe fiction. Have you read Daddy Long Legs about a girl named Judy Abbott? In one page, she was reading the book's Little Woman and reference. Yes, but that's like a book that she was referencing, not like an event in a book, if that makes sense. I believe. Yeah, so I think that's why it was different. Like I can write a book and then mention Harry Potter books, but but like I'm mentioning the Harry Potter books, or I'm mentioning Gnarly by Catside the song, like whatever. But I'm not. What I'm not doing is mentioning Harry as like a person that is in the world that I live in, or like the battle between Harry and Voldemort. Like I'm not mentioning that as like events that happen in my world. I'm mentioning as pieces of media. That is fine. Yeah. Joined twice, I think, because it made me a new account on my laptop for some reason. That's really funny. But thank you for joining. It gives us a search point. Yes, let me know, please. I'm trying to see the commercial and I don't know how to see it. They don't make any significant amount of money from book sales. So they've stated that they don't mind if people dig back to find the links to the first draft published online version. That makes sense. That's really cool. Yeah. I know of Patreon, and I know people make really good money off of Patreon. I just haven't really thought of like what I would do for Patreon, and also I don't know if I would have the time for it. Like if I ever make it so that I don't have like a corporate job as like my full-time job, and I get to create and write and act and stuff like that, then maybe I would be able to do a lot more. But I don't know if I would have the time to really make it worthwhile for people right now. I have thought about doing merch. If you guys like that idea, please let me know. um, I'll tell her that although she's worried fanfiction never gets read or is stigmatized and too weird, and that the original creator wouldn't appreciate, and that it would never get popular. It just depends on what kind of story you want to do. Like if your friend is trying to be an author and publish books and stuff like that, and wants this story to be a published book, then I would just suggest she either mentions it as a piece of media rather than an event. Like, oh yeah, this reminds me of that book where this happened, or that series where this happened. Or she just needs to create her own history. And if she wants to write fan fiction, then she can write fan fiction, and there's websites specifically for fan fiction. So it just depends on what she wants to do with her story. But yeah, if she wants to write a book that she then wants to publish out into the world, then she needs to either reference it as a piece of media or create her own thing and not reference it at all. Hopefully I'm making sense. Do you have a favorite mutant? My wondering mind thinks you'd be good cast as Kate Pride. Wait, I don't know Kate Pride. Hold on. Do I know Kate Pride? I feel like I only know. Who the fuck are you? Ooh. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. What do they do? Telepathy, martial arts, intellect, and phasing. Shut up. That's so cool. Yeah, I see Kitty Pride, or it's actually spelled Pryde. Google corrected me. That's really cool. Yeah. I mean, she kind of looks a little bit badass. I would like her. Mm-mm-mm. Look at that fabulous jacket that she wears. That's cool. Mm-mm-mm. A story that takes place after a zombie apocalypse or alien invasion during the zombie apocalypse. Uh, wait, hold on. What? A story about? Oh yeah, apocalypses are always a fun story to like. They're always so much fun. Jean Grey. I do like Jean Grey. I've always like, but who is Dark Phoenix? Damn. Do I not know anything? Am I not nerd enough? Dark Phoenix. Ooh. Oh wait, that is the okay. That is the other version of Jean Grey, right? The Jean, not Jane. Jean. That's cool. Yeah, with that red hair. That's really cool. I mean, yeah, I would love to be that powerful, or play someone that's not that powerful. She has such a tragic story always. I feel. I did like Rogue a lot. That was my favorite in the original X-Men movies. Rogue was my absolute favorite. Also because I was like younger. And so I was like, "Ooh, I could play Rogue." Um but yeah, I'm a sucker for merch. I have an ADHDO look a squirrel shirt. That's really funny. And yeah, I was thinking like I don't know. I would love to do. I feel like I have really cute logos that you guys don't see unless you watch the the nerd tea show. Then you'll see some of my really cute logos. And I would love to do some bookish content or merch. I mean, and I don't know if you guys would like that. Rogue has been my favorite forever. I love Rogue. Like if I could have like if my white hairs could grow like that, I would be very happy. um I put Dangerous Assassin in the book rec. Oh yes, thank you. I appreciate you. Do you as a reader ever find yourself using definitions for words that aren't popular like a clout is a hard punch but no one uses that definition? I using definitions for words. I I find myself I'm not sure if I understand the question, but I find myself using words that I don't really say out loud, like, very much. Like, I find myself writing, yeah, certain words that I don't actually say, but I've read a lot, kind of like that. I'm not sure if that's what you mean. So like if she referenced Undertale as a story or a book or just what or just what is, which is a video game, yes. So if she does that, then that's fine. That's not fan fiction at all because she's referencing a piece of media, and that's fine. Like I can reference like if I'm writing a contemporary story based on our world, and I can reference like going to Disney World, like you know what I mean, or like watching a Disney movie or whatever. It's that is totally fine. Um that is not it's when you make it seem like the events of that story are happening in your world, that's when you're crossing over to like fan fiction world. But if you're just referencing a video game and something that happened in the video game and you're like, oh yeah, that like if I say like, my gosh, like this street is so empty, like it's giving me the walking it's giving me Walking Dead, the Walking Dead vibes. Um, that's okay, and because the Walking Dead is a media in my world, and that's fine. Um, my phone is gonna die here soon, guys. 10%, and it's really sucked because the conversation is really popping, and it's really annoying. Um, is there a modern protagonist or character that you would love to play in live action? Modern protagonist in what way? Like modern Yes, but in what way? Can you please like elaborate and then I can answer? Um, the thing I love about Dangerous Assassin is that the assassin is the female main character and she is a morally gray one. Oh, and he's a cinnamon roll. I love that. I love that. Yeah, she can reference under as any piece of media. She can reference like I can reference The Witcher as a video game. I can reference it as a series, like a Netflix series. I can even say Netflix series. Yeah, you're referencing it as like a media, and that's fine. Getting permission to profit off a story set in the world of Undertale is way more difficult than the checks for just referencing events under. Yes, exactly. Um, what's my favorite word? My favorite word right now. I love the word chaotic, but also recently I've had the song Gnarly by Cat's Eye stuck in my head. So I really like the word gnarly right now. I'm obsessed with their dance. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. And so I've been saying gnarly for everything. I've been saying gnarly for everything. Yeah. um, will you ever do a live meetup? Like live, not live streaming, like live in person streaming, or live in person streaming, like live as in like I'm live. If I ever get to a point, I might do like if I ever get to that point, then yeah, like something where like if I ever go to like I don't know Comic Con and I'm like guys, find me in room 2B or something like that. Yeah, like, but I don't know otherwise that I would do like a live meetup. If they make a biopic for Agatha Christie, should oh my god, that would be really cool. That would be really awesome to play Agatha Christie. Oh, that would be really cool. I shouldn't like Emma Frost, but I love her bad guy, good guy stories. I love good bad guy, good guy stories. In case you go, take care, Bear, and I'll catch you. Thank you. I will go soon because I am at 8%, so I will probably have to go soon. Because I can't. The way that my phone is propped right now, propped right now. I can't really charge it because it's like not I don't have the room. But yeah. I can't find a commercial online either. That's why like if you guys catch it in the wild, please take a picture or do like a quick recording and tag me. Please. Uh do a meetup and come to Texas. I'm not from Texas, and I don't think I would feel very comfortable just doing like a random meetup. I think it would have to be where like I'm at an event and then I'm part of that event and then I could tell you guys like, "Hey guys, I'm going to be this event." And then if you guys want to meet up or whatever, but I don't think I would feel very comfortable just being like, "Everyone, let's meet at this mall." Yeah, I don't that's uncomfy, especially as a woman. But yeah. Axolot, that's a cool word. That's a cool word. ¿Qué pasó, señorita bonita? Hola. Please come to Ireland. Nobody ever. I would love to go to Ireland. I am dying to go to Ireland. Actually, um, I, no, I'm dying to explore that like Ireland and like I want to go to Dublin and like all just yeah. There's so many places that I want to go to. Is there a protagonist or character which has debuted in the last 5 to 10 years that you would like to play in a live action? Yes, thank you for clarifying that. Yes, there's many. Hold on, I will tell you. Okay, wait. This is important. Okay. So, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna say some of the ones that I know for a fact are getting adapted. Okay, Fourth Wing is getting an adaptation. I would love to be in Fourth Wing. I would like to be Violet because I like the main to be the main character. but I might not be the right age for Violet. So in which case, I would love to be Mira, which is her older sister. I know that Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross was just announced that it's getting a show as well. I love Divine Rivals, and Divine Rivals is a historical fiction. The main character is a war correspondent. I'm a reporter in real life, and I love Rebecca Ross's book. I love Divine Rivals, so I would like to be cast in Divine Rivals. I know Lightlark is getting an adaptation. Lightlark's main character is supposed to be extremely sexy and good looking. That is not me, but why not? Why can't it be? Raven. I know that they're gonna redo the whole Teen Titan things, and they're apparently supposed to make it like really, really gritty. Raven is my favorite superhero ever. I know it's not a modern one, but it's getting a modern remake, and I want to be Raven so bad. I suppose if I can't be, then maybe like Starfire or something like that. Then what else is getting an adaptation? Unsure. Oh, well, if Akatar ever gets their shit together, then I would love to be an Akatar. I would like to be either Elaine or Nesta personally. um Feyre is also really cool, but I don't think I'm the right look or age for Feyre. So yeah. Um but Oh, Quicksilver is getting an adaptation, and I could play the Quicksilver person. I would like to be the main actor, the main character in Quicksilver by Callie Hart. That's something that I would love to do yet. Yes. Um. Uh. And yeah, and then there's just other stuff. Obviously, other characters that have not been announced, like an adaptation for them, or there's no like plan for that I would love to be in as well. But those are the ones that are getting adaptations, and so there is a chance, and I would like to be considered. Uh, oh no. Yes. Oh no. What? Yes, those are the ones. Yeah. Hold on, let me see. Um, you should play Emma Frost. Thank you. I'm at 92%. For your phone, I'm at 6% now. I'm terrified when I see people from online because I get awkward. It's easier in comments. Yes, I totally get you. I have to go before. Have you used a seal on a book yet? Have I used a seal on a book? What does that mean? Oh, your seal. Oh, I have it. Yes, thank you so much. So, he gifted me for my birthday a seal that puts my name. I have actually for my journal and stuff like that. Yeah. Thank you for that gift. It puts a seal with my name on the books, like an imprint. It's really cool. Thank you so much for that. That was such a cool gift. Thank you for that. What guests are coming up on Nerdy? Oh my god, thank you for asking. So the guests that are coming up, I'm not sure in which order yet. I think I know the order based off on like when I'm interviewing them. But guests that are coming up are oh my god, I'm blanking. Hold on. Let me check my emails. Give me 1 second. Let me check my calendar actually. Okay, so the first one that is coming up, probably, I think that this is the order that they'll be released. I'm interviewing Sarah Bether. She wrote a cozy fantasy called The Spell Shop, and her second book is gonna come out, which is The Enchanted Greenhouse. And they're cozy, they're fantasy, so they're kind of nice to read. So I'm interviewing her, and so I think I will probably release her first because I'm interviewing her first, so that'll probably be the order. And then after that, I am interviewing my this month's book club pick. Her name is Amber Clement. She is a debut author who wrote Fortune's Kiss. That is her first book that she has written, and yeah, so I'm interviewing her as well. And she will probably be later. She might be the guest for probably August is what I'm thinking. Yeah, those are the ones that are coming up. Spoiler alert. Oh wow, look at you guys. I'm at 4%. Hold on. Oh, and I'm freaking out. Okay, hold on. Thank you for the advice. You went ahead and made Undertale a storybook in a library as one of the characters. Perfect. Yes, amazing. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. And just perfect line with the rising sun of winter. Oh yes, the ancient tome build so that its entrance. I want to see it too. Yes. I just remember the Undetectables by Courtney Smith, Instant Love, Irish author, first debut. I love it so much. Ooh, please recommend it in my Discord, either as a book recommendation or as a guest recommendation or both. Um, there's a movie I rewatch every time called Sing Street in Ireland. Anything like the movie settings. Oh yes, please, thank you. Okay, see. Here we get 4%. Okay. Um, I'm going to Paris in 2 days. That's really cool. Paris is really cool. Also, I'm glad you liked to catch you on the thank you so much again. I really appreciate not only your gift and you being on my life and everything. Thank you so much. I know you're taken, but do you have a sister I can fall in love with? I do, and she's been happily married for a very long time to her high school sweetheart. So, plans for tonight: I want to eat, and I'm watching Abba Elementary, and then I'll probably read a little bit before I go to sleep. Um, and I'm gonna start saying goodbye because I'm at 4% on my phone and I'm freaking out about it. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but and it's also almost 9 and I have not eaten dinner. Um, so the way that I do it, I have a whole spiel that I'm gonna give you guys as my goodbye. If you have any last minute comments or questions, please drop those now, and then um, I will get to it after my goodbye, and then I'll say goodbye. If you TikTok, you're a 4%. If you die, I'm so sorry. I love you guys. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for being on my live. I really, really appreciate it. This has been such an awesome conversation. I promise I'm going to try to go live more because I love chatting with you guys, and I have so many plans of more chats that I want to do, including my book club chat, which will probably be a Discord at some point, but we'll move up to that. But yeah, so thank you guys so much. It has been a lot of fun, and I love that you guys have a lot of questions and comments, and I love helping you out. I love helping out in any way that I can with storytelling and anything. So thank you so much. I post every week. I post short videos on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. I also sometimes post it on Lemonade when I remember. I have yeah, so that's that. I have a Discord where you guys can keep up with me, and the reason for that is because I'm really bad at going live, but I do check my Discord almost every day, if not every other day, and that is easier to chat with me because the Discord is not very popping, so I do see basically all of the messages. So if you guys want to chat with me more, if you want to chat books, if you have recommendations or anything like that, please go to my Discord and we can discuss anything. We can discuss the skits, we can discuss the nerdy, we can discuss just book club, we can discuss books in general, book events, or just anything that you guys want to chat about. If you guys want to just hang out, please go to my Discord. The links are in my bio. The links for everything is in my bio. I have a link tree. Everything is in there. I have a show called The Nerd Tea where I interview authors. You can find a full episode on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. Please watch it. These authors are amazing. They take an hour and a half out of their day to chat with me, and I think you guys would love them. And their books are really cool, and which is why I wanted to talk to them. So please check it out. It would mean a lot to me. Um, I like I said, I have a book club. I usually post what book. Oh my god, 3%. I usually post about the book on my Instagram, but also sometimes on my TikTok. And then I have I also am part of this Bookish app. It's called Tome, Tome. It's brand new and it's supposed to be just for books. And I post on there as well anything that it's about books that I will post there. It's a new app. That link is also in my bio. And as far as my book club, you can find information about it also on Goodreads, Fable, and Storygraph. Nobody is in my Storygraph, unfortunately, so it's just me talking to the void. But all the links are also in my bio. And I will probably not notify you when I go live next because I always do it when I'm like, oh my god, I have time, and I do it right now. I promise I'm trying to be better at it, but that is why again I did my Discord so that I could be better at it. But maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll try to do it on my Discord and be like, guys, I think I'll have time later today, and then I notify you guys. I will try to do that for you. Um, and currently, for the Nerdy, I just interviewed Maria A. Eden. She is an indie author. She wrote The Great Prophecy. So if you want to read that, to watch the episode also. And then for book club, we are reading Fortune's Kiss. My next blip video is going to come out on Monday, and then the full video is going to be on YouTube on Wednesday. And I believe that I say all the links again are in my bio. Every single link, all my social medias, everything is in my bio. You guys, or there's a link tree In my bio, there's a link to Linktree, and in my Linktree, it's all the list of everything that you guys need to know about me. Please let me know if you guys see my commercial in the wild. I would love to see it. I don't know what it looks like. I know nothing about it. I don't even know if I'm in it for very long. So, yeah, I am on Fable. And I have 2 book clubs on Fable. One is called Nerds of a Quill, which is my book club, and which you could also find on Goodreads and on Storygraph. And then another one, I have the Nerdy Book Club, which is where I put the books from the authors that I've currently interviewed. So if you guys can follow along for that as well, on Fable. Again, all the links are in my bio. I think I did a great job in like speaking really quickly. I'm going to try to read the last minute messages because my phone is at 3%. YouTube, I can say bye to you guys calmly, but TikTok, I'm freaking out. Your skits are so good, heartbreaking, but in the best way. I'm so glad. That's what I want, to make people laugh, but also to make you feel and laugh and cry and feel angry and indignant and all of that. I did say that. Yes, I am on the Fable app. Thank you so much. And see you. You're a supermodel. Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay. Yay. I think I got everything. Oh, I got 2%. Okay, so I'm gonna go now. I love you guys. I'll see you on my Discord and in my comment section, and I'll try to go back live again. Maybe I'll even try to go back on live tomorrow. How do you join the book club? It's on my Goodreads, Fable, or Storygraph. I also posted on my Discord. All the links, if you go into my bio, you will see a link tree, and it will take you, if you scroll, you'll see all the links to book club that you should see there. If not, the book club is called Nerds of a Quill. You can also look it up once you're on there. But yes, check out, it's a website called Goodreads, or an app called Fable, or an app called Storygraph. And again, I also put it on my Discord so that everyone can join the conversation if you guys want to. And yeah, that's how you join it. I also post pictures about it on my Instagram to announce it, and I tag the authors as well. But if you want a discussion, then Goodreads, Fable, Storygraph, or Discord is the best way to have an actual discussion. Right now I don't have like a meeting for it, unfortunately, because I'm still trying to build up people to read the books with me. Once that happens, I would love to have live chats about and discussions. So right now I'm kind of hoping that people will just want to discuss it like written with me. And once I see that I have like more people reading along with me, then I can try to plan like an actual discussion that we can do. And I think that's it. Oh my god, I did such a good job. You guys are at 2%. Yes, downloading Fortune's Kids is amazing, and then you're gonna love her when I'm gonna speak. I'm interviewing her next month, and then her episode will probably be for like August at some point. So that's amazing. I'm also reading it right now, so that's really cool. We can discuss. Thank you. That's really cool. 2%. I can't believe I did this. All right, I'm gonna go because you guys are at 2%. Adding my recs to the, yes, if you guys have any recommendations for future book, for just any recommendations or book club, or like authors that you think I should interview, please let me know. 1%. Oh my god. Okay. Bye. I'll say calmly bye to you guys in a minute, but bye TikTok. You guys are amazing. I love you. Join my Discord. Follow me on social media everywhere. I'm at 1%, and my phone is dying. Love you guys. Bye. I love you. Okay. Oh my god, hold on. Let me try to plug it in now. Give me a second, guys. Oh shit. Where's my charger? Come here. Oh my god. The reason I couldn't do it while they were live is because it was propped up, and I couldn't charge it at the same time. Oh my goodness gracious. It's at 1%. I hate that. Oh no, this is the wrong one. Hold on. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. Oh, please don't die. Oh, charged. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my god. That was stressful. I'm stressed. Okay. Oof. Okay. Woo. I'm sweating. Oh my god, I'm sweating. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that was adventurous. That was quite adventurous. Anyway, I am gonna go, but with you guys, I can be more calm about it. With them, I was like, "Ah!" I just felt like I was gonna like if my phone was gonna shut off, and I was just gonna be frozen, like or something, and it was gonna be really embarrassing. Anyway, so it was funny to watch you kind of panic. I'm glad that I could provide you some entertainment from my panic. I'm here for you. um, I'm also sweating because the summer. Oh yeah, summer is really really hot. There's a lot of sweating right now happening. Okay. Whew. Hold on, I need a sip of water, and then I can say bye to you guys in peace. Mm. Mm-mm. Okay, so you guys heard my spiel, so I don't have to repeat it. But I want to thank you guys for being on my live. It was a very lovely conversation. It was a lot of fun. I love seeing you guys help each other out with recommendations on like questions about writing and giving recommendations for books to read or just like general. Why am I lagging now? I can see myself lagging. That is crazy. Hello. Okay, I'm back. That was weird. Anyway, it's really fun to interact with people. You guys are what make my live so enjoyable. And I'm like, I'm just gonna hop on for like a little bit, and I end up staying for way long because you guys make it a lot of fun. So thank you so much. I'm blanking now. Reminds me when I was in high school. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna go now. And again, please, you can follow me everywhere else. You can follow me on TikTok. You can follow me on Instagram. You can download Tome if you want to for books. It's like brand new, so I'm still trying to figure it out. You can definitely please follow my book clubs. Storygraph has no one because I don't know how to use Storygraph. It is not user friendly. It is not intuitive. I don't know what the fuck I don't know. Um, but I still have it there, but I don't know how to use it. But Goodreads and Fable especially. Goodreads, so on Storygraph, I only have my book club, Nerds of a Quill. On Goodreads, I have books, Nerds of a Quill, but I also have a subsection where I put the books from the authors from the nerd tea that I'm interviewing. And in Fable, I just decided to have two separate book clubs. One is Nerds of a Quill, and then the other one is the nerd tea, which is so I'll put the books of the authors that I'm of episodes that I'm currently releasing, so that you guys can find them and go back and read them and stuff like that. All of this is also again on my Discord. And that is it. Thank you guys again for chatting. And again, please go watch my skits. I work really hard on them. Please go watch my nerd tea interviews. I work really hard on those. And then more things fun to come. And yeah. Anyway, I'll try to go live again tomorrow. Won't promise anything because I don't want to let you guys down. But just keep an eye out. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I'm exhausted. My voice is gone. My phone is basically dead. I haven't eaten. I brought these cherries out like 2 hours ago and only ate like 5 of them. And I haven't showered, so I'm gonna go do that now. Anyway, bye guys. Love you, and I will see you on my other stuff.